Welcome to the deep dive. We take information, unpack it, and hopefully unearth some insights for you. Today, we're embarking on a deep dive into a really, I think, powerful metaphor. It's designed to help you navigate, well, life's journey. The source material is called Talking About Jesus, and its core idea, the whole thing really boils down to this: let Christ drive. So our mission today is to really unpack that, explore what the text says about how this plays out, and, what does it actually mean to let go of the wheel, practically speaking.
And it's such a compelling image, isn't it? Let Christ drive. It just distills these big ideas, guidance, trust, sovereignty into something you can almost, well, picture immediately. What I find powerful is how it reframes control, makes it tangible, relatable.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get into that core concept then. The material puts it right up front. Enter into Christ's vehicle and let him take the driver's seat, embracing whatever path he leads you on. And the key word here, the text says, is surrender, an active thing.
Exactly, active, not passive. And it makes this crucial distinction. Jesus is not a co-pilot. He is Lord.
Right, so it's not like he's just helping you with your plan.
Not at all. The text is clear. He does not need our direction. He desires our trust.
Yeah.
And the really profound part, according to this source, is that true peace. It only comes when you actually get out of the driver's seat, completely. The surrender it talks about is, well, it's absolute. Handing it all over, trusting his knowledge, even when, you can't see the road ahead.
Okay, so you've made that shift. You're in the passenger seat. What's the ride like? The material describes a few kinds of roads. Let's start with the one maybe we all dread a bit. The road may be rough. You can almost feel that, can't you? The shaking, the bumps, jarring.
Oh, yeah. That feels familiar. And the text says these rough patches, they aren't meant to harm you. Instead, it's to refine you, strengthen your faith, and reveal more of himself.
Refine you. Okay.
Yeah. And the perspective here is quite powerful. Every pothole has purpose. Every detour is divinely allowed. It challenges that feeling that suffering is just random or punishment. It suggests God uses that friction like a forge.
Turns setbacks into steps forward. That's interesting.
And it brings in John 16:33. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world.
So your security, the source argues, it's not about how smooth the road is.
It's about who's driving.
Exactly, the presence and purpose of the driver.
That is a big shift, definitely. But what about when it's not rough exactly, but maybe just unpredictable or feels really slow? The text talks about the path may wind and climb, that feeling. Can't see around the corner, the journey just drags on, feels tiring.
Sure, we've all felt that too. And the insight here is that those winding paths lead to breathtaking views. And also, God is not in a hurry. He is shaping your soul for eternity.
Eternity, that puts the slowness in perspective.
It does. It challenges our, desire for speed and clear sightlines. The purpose isn't just getting there, it's transformation along the way. Trusting he sees what you don't. The slowness itself is part of it.
Like Psalm 23 says. Yeah, it references Psalm 23.3. He leads us on the path of righteousness for his name's sake. So even the winding path has purpose. And Psalm 5.8 reinforces that trust needed when understanding fails. Lead me, O Lord. Make your ways straight before me. Looking at the bigger picture, it's about this deep, long-term, sometimes slow transformation.
Okay. Then there are the other times, the open highway moments. The material calls this the ride may be smooth and swift. Seasons of ease, blessings, feeling that momentum.
Yes. And right here, the text gives a really important caution. Even when things are easy, you need to keep your eyes on Jesus.
Don't get complacent.
Exactly. Let the smooth ride lead to deeper worship and gratefulness, not self-reliance.
Yeah.
The trap isn't just complacency. It's subtly starting to think we achieved it all ourselves.
Right. Taking the credit.
So even abundance requires, vigilance, active gratitude. Remembering James 1.17, he is the giver of every good and perfect gift. It really makes you ask, how do you stay focused and grateful when things are comfortable? How do you stop ease turning into, forgetting the driver?
It really seems to come back to that sustained focus, doesn't it? Rough road, smooth road, winding road. Keep your eyes on the driver. And the material kind of ties it all up with this encouragement. Enjoy the ride. It emphasizes that the journey itself, the whole thing, becomes holy when Christ is in the vehicle. And that transformation, it's happening constantly, along the way, in every moment.
Precisely. Which leads to the final message, which is just trust and rest. And the core points are so reassuring, I think. You are not lost when Christ is leading. You are not delayed when he sets the pace.
That's a big one, feeling delayed.
It is. And you are not forgotten when the road grows silent. It counters those deep fears,
Yeah.
uncertainty, feeling stuck, feeling alone. And it quotes John 14:6. Jesus knows the way because he is the way.
He is the way, not just knows it.
Right. So ultimately, the advice is sit back in the seat of faith, fasten your heart with the belt of truth, and rest. Not in the comfort of the road, but in the presence of the one who drives. Rest in the driver.
Wow. That's quite a powerful deep dive into this whole driving metaphor. It really is about that deep trust, that surrender, knowing the driver's got it handled, whatever the road looks like.
It really is. And maybe that leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. If the whole journey becomes holy when Christ is driving, what about the small, everyday moments? Not just the big, dramatic, rough roads or the smooth highways, but, the mundane stuff, the Tuesday afternoon choices. Could those also become sacred acts of trust? Handing over the wheel and the small things? How might thinking like that actually change how you approach your daily life?